Today is September 29th, 2021, and I want to talk about my life in hold. I'm shooting this in 4K, 60 frames a second, and I'm walking through Brownsville, Brooklyn right now. So take everything what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. And in the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to, push the foundation of photography in New York City. When I represent myself, I represent a community. And I feel that New Yorkers that like to lowball me or want free work tend to not understand that we also have to pay bills. And as photographers and videographers and filmmakers and creators, this is our livelihood. For someone to ask me to give them or provide them with free photos and saying that they could help my portfolio is a really big insult. So let me ask you guys a question, the audience that are hiring photographers. Why do you contact photographers knowing that they already have a portfolio? Why try to push the fact you're going to give them a better portfolio? Oops. Let me get out of lock mode. Why would you perceive if my portfolio is not good? Then why did you try to hire me in the first place? Doesn't make sense, right? So, I noticed in New York City that a lot of people like to lowball or just say, hey, can you do this favor for me? Is it okay? I could hook you up with drinks and food, but drinks and food don't pay the bills. And this is why some of us photographers are kind of struggling out there. It is not technically half our fault, There's some percentage where, as photographers, we need to lay down rules and foundations. And when I lay down rules and foundations, yes, I break hearts and I break friendships. And I also notice that some people think I'm just too aggressive. I'm like, how am I aggressive? You guys come to me for services and you ask me to do the services for free, knowing that I spent thousands of dollars on camera equipment. I spent thousands of dollars on software, thousands of dollars on insurance, travel, expenses, and you ask me to do this thing for free. You want me to take out my camera gear out from my home or my studio where it's safe to go out into the public where it's not safe with no insurance and no insurer that you're going to pay me if anything happens to my product. I feel that that's an insult. And I want everyone on planet Earth to understand that as photographers, we are only trying to tell you, respect what we do. We respect what you do, full-time work. This is our self-employed work. This is our full-time work. Why don't you give us the time to respect what we do? We bring love, we bring joy, we bring memories that you cannot, once again, cannot retrieve. We, as photographers, make sure that you live that moment for the rest of your life. That one picture can change everything about who you are. But with that said, everyone, I'm the Panda Photographer, and it's been a really, really difficult time trying to deal with some of the homelessness that I'm dealing with, some of the chaotic things that you have seen on YouTube, some of the chaotic problems that I am actually having in New York City. And maybe I made the choice, the bad choice, to come to New York City. Maybe I wasn't planning this out fully. So that's why I said earlier, some of this is my fault. But when people come to me constantly for free work, when I actually said I don't work for free, and you guys won't give up, it's kind of just insulting to just continue to ask me when I'm financially getting hit at rock bottom. And you guys don't understand. I can take some wonderful pictures if you allow me to. And trust me, your money will go a long way. Mind you, some portrait photographers give you like 5 or 6 images, which is the standard. And most people don't know that. But If you're doing a photo job for $150 an hour, and this person just wants a 1 hour section, you are entitled, photographers, to give that person 4 or 5 shots. All right? If you want to give them 6, that's kudos. But most photographers give 4 to 6 photos per section. All right? Mind you that the software that we use, when you want something particular, when we add something, and especially we say, oh, make me look good, that's a professional retoucher that's going to do the job. They are not cheap. Retouchers get money. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, a retoucher can retouch an image up, can retouch one image for $50. I guarantee, especially a professional at that. But with that said, everyone, I just wanted to emphasize why you may want to look and helping your photographers get out of some debt. Like myself, I'm in a lot of debt, but I'm still trying to get out of the debt. But the problem that I'm having is maybe this is not the right city for me. Maybe this is just a city that I visit for work purposes sometimes. And you guys know from the past YouTube videos, when we come to New York City, it's not all that pleasant. Some people just like to speak out of context about what services I can provide their friends with, as you witnessed it a couple of weeks ago here in New York City. But with that said, everyone, it's been kind of troublesome for the most part. But if you guys want to support this channel, this photographer, this documentarian, please do so. The link is down in the description below. But with that said, everyone, I'm going to continue to walk down to Bushwick because that's where I'm heading to right now. So, yeah. You guys have a good day and have a good week. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.